Namaste, I'm Shubhi Mathur and I welcome you all to the part 2 of the Jeena Issi Kanaamhai series. In our previous episode, we listened to Sunita ji's professional journey, how she overcame all obstacles. Jeena Issi Kanaamhai. Take life as it comes. There will be ups, there will be downs. Learn to take life with a pinch of salt. In today's episode, we'll talk to her about her personal journey and how she handled it so gracefully. So welcome back, Sunita ji. Welcome on Let Us Talk. It's a pleasure again to have you here with us.
Namaskar, I'm delighted to be with you.
So Sunita ji, last week's video, we listened to the hurdles, the challenges you faced at the work front. And you mentioned a lot that you had tremendous support from your husband and your home front was taken well care of. But कहते हैं ना कि चाहे जितने भी बड़े अफसर हो जाओ, कहीं के भी आप कलेक्टर बन जाओ, कुछ होम फ्रंट की रियलिटीज होती हैं which bog you down. So tell us about your personal journey and let us start with your childhood.
So I am daughter of an army officer who of course is no more, Colonel Jeena, and my 7th class was my 13th school. So I changed about twice a year. And then my mother said, okay, I think I need to keep children at one place and they have some caliber if we allow them to study at one place. So she made the sacrifice and stayed in Chandigarh and she put us in school. You know, the syllabus in all schools is different. So my first January marks came back, I had 0 out of 100 in maths. I was not too embarrassed, not too ashamed.
I would like to interrupt you here and I would like to tell our viewers that, you know, somebody who got 0 out of 100 in math and then she was an IAS officer, she was posted in UN. So Jeena Issi ka naam hai. We should not be bogged down by one situation in life. 0 out of 100 बैठ जाती तो आज हमारे साथ यहाँ बैठ के बात नहीं कर रही होती.
तो अगले महीने मेरे 4 नंबर आए. पहले 0 आए, 4 आए. So teachers rang up my mother and said, even if she gets 4 times more, she will still fail. Because end of February, March, we'll have final exams. And even if she gets 4 times more, she doesn't know anything in maths. Or, you know, I had a new subject, Punjabi, which I had never studied, though I am daughter of a Sardar family. Yeah. But I've never studied Punjabi. So they said, isko Punjabi bhi nahi aati, usme bhi 0 aaya hai. But after my class final exams, I came running home. I had not only passed in Punjabi, but I had got 64 out of 100 in maths. And I came running home, showing my paper. I passed. I got a first division in class 12 and joined college. In college, in prep, I joined swimming. And swimming was early morning rehearsals, late evening rehearsals after whole day in college. And I was cycling to different places, getting very tired. So I got a 3rd division in prep. And my mother was again furious. She stopped my swimming. She said, you cannot carry on. People asked me if I resented. Not at all. Because if I had carried on swimming, I wouldn't have joined the IAS or done anything in my life. The next challenge that came in my life, in college I did very well. I was best in sports, best in NCC, best in shooting, best in swimming, and also very good in studies. However, when the best all-rounders came to be questioned, you know, there's a best all-round student in college. I was not in consideration. So I told my father, I have no chance. He was visiting. He said, with all these prizes, when I brought them home, I mean, they were just spread on the bed. He said, you should be best all-round student. I said, no chance. So after we got our prizes on the final day, my parents were in the audience. We went to a corner. We hugged all our books. We got a lot of books as prizes. We hugged them to our chest and we started chatting, talking with my best friend. You know, then somebody was nudging me, pushing me ahead. We were so absorbed in talking that we didn't hear that the best all-round prize goes to Sunita Jeena. I was Jeena then. And then, my God, I fell down on the stage. Before reaching the stage, my father picked me up and I was on the stage laughing. And that is my prize of the best all-round student. which my husband has put up. Krishna Menon, the defense minister, came to give that prize. After that, I was established, Till then, I was a kind of a non-entity. And then I did my master's, taught in the same college, and joined the IAS.
We should learn from this that we should not be bogged down by one failure. Let one failure not stop you, not demotivate you, not make you feel that you are useless. Getting a 0 out of 100 in math is very demotivating, but how you chose and getting first division in that time. So, we should learn how to rise up quickly when we fall. So yes, Jeena Issi ka naam hai. Giro to jaldi se uthna bhi seekho. And then you became an IAS officer, you met your husband, you got married, and we've listened in the previous video also, your husband was your immense support. But how was it from your children? When you were working, and especially when you were posted outside or in India also, were your children happy with this kind of arrangement of the mother not being around? Did it bother you, or did it make you feel that you are missing on those growing years, those foundation years? And I'm asking this because today it's a very common thing, but in 80s and 90s, where the technology was not so advanced, and mother staying in different country, children being here, or mother having late working hours. So how was it? तब कभी ये ख्याल आता था कि यार life ऐसी तो नहीं होनी चाहिए कि मैं बच्चों के लिए time नहीं दे पा रही हूँ? How was it with your kids?
नहीं, ऐसे कभी ख्याल नहीं आया क्योंकि we used to give them quality time. We would go on holidays with them and then spend all the time with them. My husband was also a very good parent, so he shared in the responsibilities. So the division was like that. If I went to the kitchen, he was playing with them. Though he always told me they are not going to remember you went to the kitchen. They are going to remember if you play with them, My son was quite happy with my going to work, though, if you look at his subconscious, when he wrote his first essay, 5 sentences about my father, first sentence about my father was, my father loves me very much. But what was the first sentence about my mother? My mother goes to work. That hurt me a bit then, because in his father's 5 sentences, there was no my father goes to work. That means subconsciously, he's expecting his mother should not go to work. He said, my mother goes to work. The good part was she takes leaves on my birthday and bakes birthday cakes for me. So that was the next sentence, which was very good. But when I said that father goes to work, he said, father so sabke jaate hain. Father goes to work nahi likha. Anyway, but if you asked him later or now, he says, I was very proud that my mother was working. I have recently written my autobiography. It's called Rainbows and Clouds. यही है जीना इसी का नाम है, उतार चढ़ाव, कभी खुशी कभी गम.
It is available on Amazon. So our viewers can visit the link in the description and order their copy from there. Yeah.
So my daughter, of late has said to me that she was neglected. Now she went to the boarding in Sanar because she wanted to go. She was very keen to go. I had gone there for a prize distribution and she kept saying, I'll study in this school. And the principal kept saying she'll study here because I was DC in that district. She was not eligible then, but she went at age 8. The reason I sent her was she wanted to go. My husband believes in hostels, that children become independent in hostels. They learn to look after themselves. The last straw was that someone came to kidnap her when she was young. But when that incident occurred, I thought, my God, I'm sometimes traveling. Don't come at night. It was not often, but it happened off and on. Usually, if I went to Delhi, I dropped my children in Chandigarh with my mother. But there were times when I went within Himachal that I left them there. So I said, I can't take this risk. I could not breathe sometimes thinking, what if my daughter is kidnapped, and what will happen to her? So I thought she'll be much safer in Sanar. So I agreed to my husband and daughter's request. I won't say, that I didn't like my job. I loved my job, but we needed the money also. My husband had left his job in the army and joined the private sector, and it took him time to settle down. I said at that time we needed the money also. And she said, yes, I understand, but you should not do this to your kids. So she is not working, though she's a dentist. She's not working. She's in California and she's studied in Bombay and California. But that's fine. Each takes his own decision. But I have said, please forgive me to her. She said, I forgave you long back. So that's it.
So that said, that means you kept continuing your job and you were passionate about your work, and you knew that sooner or later बच्चे समझ जाएंगे with age when they'll understand that why is it important to work. And जीना इसी का नाम है. And throughout the video we've been hearing about the support you got from your husband. And I know you lost him in 2021. It would not have been easy. And I have seen people who just can't bear the loss of their partner. They go in such depression or they detach themselves. But you took this loss also very gracefully. And let me share with our viewers that what triggered me to have you here as our first speaker for this series is that somebody shared your picture being dressed up as a Santa Claus for a society event. And I was like, wow, such a senior retired bureaucrat with no airs. कि यार मैं Santa बनूं, ये तो किसी को rent पे बुला लो ये. And she chose to be that, and how happily you were interacting with the kids. So that is the spirit which took me off to get started with this series, that जीना इसी का नाम है. No matter what life throws at you, or how did you deal with this loss?
उस समय तो लगता था कि it's the end of the world. And we were always together. We were like, one soul in two bodies, shall I say. We were always together. Whatever he liked, I would do that with him. Whatever I liked, he would do that. So when he went, it was like a vacuum, total loss. Something that helped me was my son, who came with me, was with me in hospital, and 3 weeks after that. And then a very close friend, Sudha from Chandigarh, came, and she took charge of me in a way. My friends here also in Palm Singh Society helped me a lot. And one of them said, I don't want anyone to say bichari to you. So that kept me in my space. But what really helped me finally, because after all, friends, son, सब चले जाते हैं. My daughter also called every day, morning and evening, kept tab on me, kept supporting me. पर यहाँ तो मुझे अपने आप से ही जीना है ना. So what helped me, वो कहता है ना, किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार. So this is what helped me. My husband wanted to teach 1 or 2 children after class 12, those who drop out. We used to teach in a government school on honorary basis. We used to teach English. We taught for 3 years. And then he told me कि सारे बच्चे कहीं drop out हो जाते हैं. Can't we support 1 or 2 of them? So at this time, I'm supporting 15 children to study. एक physiotherapy कर रही है, 3 CA कर रहे हैं, कोई कुछ कर रहा है, कोई कुछ कर रहा है, कोई BCA कर रहा है, कोई कुछ. But all of them are there. I meet them, say once in 2-3 months. कईयों को तो मैं more frequently मिलती हूँ, but I meet them as a group in 2 or 3 months. I monitor their progress. तो किसी के लिए कुछ करो तो अपने आप को खुशी मिलती है.
Life will give you ups and downs, and कहते हैं ना, you have to find your path, you have to carve your path at times. You are living his dream. He wanted to support the education, and you are making his dream come true, which in a way is keeping you so positively occupied.
In addition, I work a lot. I do whatever I can to help people, whether it is charity, whether it's social service, whether it's going to schools and speaking. I'm very passionate about preventing violence against women, and I believe it has to start from school and homes. So I speak on that or on other topics a lot. And then what helps me also is my friends. So I have this principle, meet 1 friend a day. And I make it a point. I usually have lunch with a friend. So I make that a principle, meet 1 friend a day. And that keeps me going. I also have very good household help. And when I want to cuddle somebody, who do I cuddle? My little dog. And I'm going to show him to you. I have 2 of them. And he is the most cuddly of all.
So nice, Sunita ji. You really show that जीना इसी का नाम है. जितने भी उतार चढ़ाव हों, मुस्कुराते हुए, हंसते हुए अपनी मुश्किलों से निपटना सीखो. And ultimately, it is only you who can choose to be out of the situation. So yes, thank you for being with us. And on this note, any message do you have for our viewers?
कभी हिम्मत मत हारिए. Never give up. Yeah. Keep going. If one door closes, another door will open. Just keep going. Try and help as many people as you can. That will keep you going. Have as many friends as you can. किसी की मुस्कुराहटों पे हो निसार, किसी का दर्द मिल सके तो ले उधार, किसी के वास्ते हो तेरे दिल में प्यार, जीना इसी का नाम है.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Sunita ji, for being here. Thank you once again.